Cale Sanderson is the orchestrator of Penn State Wrestling, and what a tune it has been. Winners of 7 of 8 national championships and an impressive 48-match dual win streak is on the line tonight. Led by two-time champ Bo Nickel, the Nittany Lions welcome Arizona State to Rec Hall for the first time, and 2018 champ Zahid Valencia as he prepares for Mark Hall in a rematch of last year's final. You're watching the Big Ten on ESPN. It's an atmosphere unlike any other in college wrestling. Welcome to a sold-out Rec Hall where on a cool Pennsylvania Friday night, the Arizona State Sun Devils have wandered far from the desert to test top-ranked Penn State. And a pleasant good evening. Sean Kinney alongside national champion coach and wrestler Jim Gibbons. Great to have you with us. All you have to do is look at the numbers to appreciate what Penn State has been able to do over the last decade. 7 NCAA titles in the last 8 years. All indications point they're primed to make a run at a 4th consecutive title come March right down the highway in Pittsburgh. This is a program that everybody uses as a measuring stick for success.
Well, Oklahoma State, who we saw last week, won 34 national titles here, but this run of 7 national championships the last 8 years, they're led by 4 individual NCAA champions, and 3 of those guys have won 2 NCAA titles. Great leadership, great stocking of talent, and they're just doing everything right.
Arizona State has scheduled Penn State in a home-and-home series, so the first of 2 straight meetings for the Sun Devils and the Nittany Lions. Let's take a look at the bouts. A key one at 149. We have 4 matches tonight where 2 ranked wrestlers will square off, and 1 in 49 has kind of been a wild card this year for Penn State.
This ASU team comes in with some hope here. Some guys who are ranked here, Maruka versus Brady Berg, that gets the nod at 149.
And then the match everybody has been talking about. It's March Wrestling in the month of December at 174, a rematch of last year's NCAA final.
Well, if they put on half the show as they did last year with the great scramble here, it's going to be a great match. 2 returning NCAA champions, Zahid Valencia, the defending national champion.
Arizona State makes their first trip to Happy Valley since 2001. It's been that long. Sun Devils arrived on Tuesday to get used to the atmosphere because it is a unique one anytime you arrive in State College for wrestling.
Well, Sean, you come into this environment here, you've got knowledgeable fans, they love the sport. I don't know how many straight sellouts there's been in Rec Hall here, but they know what to do. They know how to get the officials going, emotions going, and they put pressure on, I think, their opponents right from the beginning. This is a fantastic atmosphere to break your team in with, and I think Zeke Jones from Arizona State understands that. You see him in the background there.
Arizona State will go with a change at 125, and they send out the redshirt freshman Brandon Courtney out of Goodyear, Arizona, and immediately he is in on a quick shot as he fires in on Devin Schnupp.
Yeah, good work here, good start here by Arizona State Sun Devil. Schnupp is one of those guys that has been in the lineup here most of last season. Guy's done a pretty good job of developing. Guy who's also in great condition. So this environment will test your conditioning. So see where another slide by there, a little shuck there. So Sun Devil getting a couple of good takedowns there automatically on Schnupp.
This was a weight class, especially these first 2 weights, where Zeke Jones told us he might mix up his lineup card a little bit. Ryan Milhoff, the redshirt senior, who normally is the 25-pounder, we might see him at 33 now. They try to secure their best chance, and there's a throw and 2. So it's all Brandon Courtney early on in this first period.
Nice little job there with that left-handed whip over, and he collected some back points as well. So already a 6-2 score. Now he just got the takedown.
Courtney redshirted last year. He won the bronze medal at the Junior Pan Ams in Brazil in August. He was a 3-time Arizona State champion. Highly decorated career, stayed in state, part of Desert Edge and that strong program. Actually a high school teammate of Josh Kramer, who is on the Arizona State roster at 133.
Well, if you're going to come into an environment like this, which Arizona State is really primed and really wants to make that step up in their program and go against programs like Penn State, they've scheduled a home-and-home series here with them over the next 2 years. And they're really looking forward to this, and it's a big step up for your program. But Courtney doing exactly what you want to do. Go out there, get a lead, score, and keep scoring. And minute 16.
Wrestle through the situation here, gentlemen.
You hear the referee, Brian Murphy, talking about wrestling through the situation. And now it's starting to slow a little bit here with Courtney's activity. Trying to go straight through the man as opposed to doing some setups and getting some angles.
Inside a minute to go, opening period, a quick start, a quick flurry by Brandon Courtney. He's on top, 6-3. Your Penn State and the sophomore Devin Schnupp trying to weather the storm a little bit.
Yeah, and a takedown and a ride-out would be perfect for doing that here, particularly under 40 seconds.
This was the only weight class Penn State did not have an NCAA qualifier last year.
Good work here by Courtney. He's driving back in on the leg. Can't collect the far leg, but he almost gets the cradle lock. Able to knock Schnupp onto his rear end there, and he collects the 2-point takedown.
Good mat presence by Courtney. You saw the 1 foot still in bounds when he was able to lock on and get the 2. So an 8-3 lead in this first period.
It's a big part of this match right now. It's just this ride-out situation with 20 seconds left, Sean. Nice mat return there by Courtney, coming deep on the spiral, grabs the near wrist. Able to bar that up, sagging back on that near leg. Excellent start here for the Sun Devils.
Strong opening 3 minutes for the redshirt freshman Courtney, and he will start in the down position as we move into period number 2. 125 for Penn State, and you look at some of their options, especially in the future. They have Brody Teske, the highly touted recruit from the state of Iowa. Also in the mix, Gavin Teasdale. Teasdale back on the team. He left for health reasons in November, but both those guys back in the room, active and wrestling. So the future bright for Cale Sanderson at 125, and Devin Schnupp coming off a couple of good performances against Bucknell and Lehigh in their most recent duels.
Yeah, that's a little bit why this is a bit surprising here as far as this lead that Courtney's been able to establish. Now you can see Courtney coming up. He's dangerous. Look for that little neck wrench, maybe. All right. See the little tide turning there. Sean, the crowd picks up a little bit just on the slightest mat return. Scramble. Getting over a slow start, trying to put a little bit of riding time, eliminate, down to about 25 seconds there in favor of Courtney. But that subtle little tempo change in the match, the crowd's appreciating. You know, you mentioned those two guys that are currently in red shirt right now. This is the opportunity for a guy like Schnupp to say that he belongs at this level. Gives up the quick escape.
Beautiful burst on the whistle there by Courtney.
But he jumps back up, gets neck wrenched, gives up, gets the takedown, should have it. That'll be definitely something that they're going to call stalling for. Nope, no stall call. Really surprised there. And you can see where the tempo of this match has changed, and what Schnupp has to do is take advantage of it, close the gap a little bit on Courtney. Courtney likes to operate in space. Stuffing his head a little bit, now working off of his favorite position, which is that underhook over there on the right side. Breaks free from it. You know, with all the scoring that Courtney did early in the match, you're gonna have to earn a stall warning on him because he's put up points.
Had the 4 takedowns in the opening 3 minutes. A 9-3 lead. 30 seconds to go, period number 2.
Courtney's definitely slowed down. He's not on the attack so much right now, but Schnupp has not taken advantage of it with the last 20 seconds of this period winding down. Got to find an angle. Everything's straight on. Notice how Courtney's tying up the wrist, kind of 2-on-1 with that overhook position.
There's the stall call. Next one will be a point for Schnupp. So a 6-point lead for Brandon Courtney, and a chance for Schnupp to try to get away quickly and get this crowd something to feed off of.
Yeah. Courtney, looking up at the score here, has already put up a 6-point lead.
Quick stand up by the Nittany Lion, and Courtney unable to hang on. It's 9-4.
And what can Schnupp do, right, to get him out of position? I think Courtney's doing a nice job of staying in there, but you just got to stay right there in the center of the mat. And notice how he's changing his level off the tie. He doesn't feel comfortable here. He's going to move his feet, change the level. And Schnupp trying to take a little territory, but then he backs out. And when he backs straight out like that, Courtney has been right on the shot, and there's a nice little mirror on parlay, getting a nice angle. Now they're cutting and talking about bonus points.
Love to get into that major decision category. Zeke Jones from the quarter, automatically telling his wrestler to cut him free. It's 11-5. Riding time is not a factor, so he can secure one more takedown, get that into the major decision category, and get 14 points right out of the gate for the Sun Devils.
And you're making a statement, you know, you're coming in here outgunned, but you're making a statement that the Sun Devils can go ahead and compete. You know, and Sean, I watched a lot of wrestling over the years, and it looked like the pilot light was out there for Courtney. And he found a way to get it reignited, and that takedown was huge. And Schnupp hasn't been able to answer with any offense.
Does Courtney have enough in for one more takedown? Takes a shot, fended off by Schnupp. Both wrestlers back on their feet. Tied up shoulder to shoulder. Now Courtney regathers and gets two on the edge. And there's the bonus point for Arizona State if he can maintain.
He's got the tight waist, doesn't want to necessarily go off the mat. I'll tell you what, you've got to be really proud of the guy going out there like that, keeping him down and working for bonus points in this environment.
14 seconds is what's going to be required to ride out the Penn State 25-pounder. Cuts out that arm. Tripod position, Schnupp trying to get to his feet. Cross-body ride by Courtney.
And he's got a nice little spiral ride in there. A little bit of weight, anticipating that, kind of high leg over and catches the reversal. Yeah, Zeke Jones wondering if time was out. I don't think it was. Look how responsive this crowd is here, just for that extra, taking away that bonus point.
An impressive start for Arizona State. They get the 3 team points at 125.
Yeah, this is a great start there by Courtney. Working a lot off that slide by right there. Just his activity level, but Schnupp just couldn't keep up with it in the first period. 3 takedowns, a little whip over right there. I don't know how he didn't get back points right there. It was awful close, but good work there all the way through. This is the last series that he was able to score on, just driving through. Not able to go ahead and ride out for the additional team point, but a good start for the Sun Devils.
We are off and running on a Friday night in State College. Arizona State firing the opening salvo. Sun Devils up 3-0.